it's your boy Reesie Boy back with another video, guys. Despicable Me wants to say hi, and look, the tag is still on there. This is brand new. This is from, I don't even know what year this one is from. I don't know if this is the first movie or the second movie. Despicable Me. Yeah, I think this is the first movie. Yeah. Despicable Me. Jama got this for me, guys, from Disney. Disney. When she worked at Disney, okay? So usually he sits in the corner and his little timeout plays. He's not in timeout. He's okay, guys. And then she got me a french fry that I think I showed you guys in a long time ago. Early video, guys, but I'll show you guys again. So, guys, today we are back in the backdrop. I need to get my hip hop one, guys, that I have not. I don't know where I put it when they rearranged my room. I don't know where I put my hip hop because it was hanging on my wall for like, oh God, I bought that thing 2018. It literally was on my wall from all the way from 2018 to probably like earlier this year. Like right when I came back, I took it down because it was so dusty. Like it just hanged there and it was so dusty. Anyways, guys, so did I ever show you guys my little black book? My little black book. You know, like the little black boxes that are in airplanes or cars when they crash or whatever? No offense to anybody. So when I made this book, guys, I was just making this book like on a whim. Like I was not even like trying to make it professional or whatever, guys. I just put a book together, and I'm actually going to make another one with some of my updated pictures because it was only $5. So this is from ZNO, My Little Black Book. I know that I can't even pronounce the name, but that's what it's called. It says My Little Black Book. Okay. So easy to read, guys. So basically what I did was this picture is, and it should have been more centered. See how I just put it at the top? It should have been more centered down here, but I didn't pay attention to it or anything, guys. But basically I took this picture when me and my dad and my brother were on a road trip together. My brother came down to Florida when my grandma got sick, and when my grandma basically was dying, and he was here for, oh my God, 7 months or something. I don't even know how long he was here. He was actually just getting a break. So we went to go buy a car. He bought a Ford Expedition. I forget what year it was, 2013 or something, that was shipped down from like Tennessee or whatever. So he had to go, because he's from Ohio. So he bought the truck cash. And then I went with him because he knew I loved cars. And then we went to, and I'm going to tell you guys a little more about that history between me and my brother. But we had to drive back to Ohio. So it took us it's 18 hours from here, from Orlando, Florida to Ohio to Dayton, Ohio is about 18 hours. So it's like a day and a half. But we did it. We left at 5:30 in the afternoon, and then we drove and we got there at 7:30 in the morning, the next morning. We left in a Wednesday. We got there Thursday morning. So anyways, this was the bridge that we went over from Florida to Georgia. This was one of the bridges that we crossed. And I was like, that is so pretty. So I took that picture, but I should have focused it more on the book. And then when you open it inside, here it is again. My picture, guys. And then these are some bikes late at night at Walmart. You can see my old Instagram handle was Matt Cross D was my old Instagram. You guys can actually find it. It's still there. You can see all my old pictures. And then and you see I didn't focus here. These are two trees outside of Wendy's. You see I should have focused. It should have came to here instead of right there. I'm going to do a better job, guys, on my next one. But that's some more of my work. And this is Wendy's, this big building here. When me and Jama used to eat under the tree, and then we would fall asleep. And then here is a tree that I took in my ex's forest behind her house. This was her willow tree. And then this was a tree at nighttime that I took. I think I showed you guys this, but it was a long time ago. And then this is a condo that we stayed at in Miami. Me and my mom and my dad, we were looking for a family vacation spot for their 31st birthday. So we went to this resort and we stayed there, and it was really pretty. So I took that picture when we arrived. Then I took this picture when someone was getting married and we were at the beach. So I took the picture. It says love. You guys are seeing it backwards, but it says LOVE, love. And if I ever do a music video, I want a big sign like that. And I want all my fans to come from behind it, and then me be standing there greeting you guys with a big hug to say thank you for all my loyal fans. Guys, I have a lot of ideas. Okay, a lot of ideas. Then this is Jama at the beach. Her first time to Cocoa Beach since she lived in Florida for over 10 years. Never went to the beach because she was always so busy. So I took her to Cocoa Beach. That's like 30 minutes from my house. Then this is a wine cooler. My brother makes fun of me because he's like, you just like girly drinks. I'm like, I don't care if I like girly drinks. But this is a wine cooler. The red one was my ex-girlfriend's and the blue one was mine. And then that is salt around it. And it has like, it has margarita in it, and it has some other different like liquors and whatever. But she couldn't drink hers. I drank both of these guys. That's how bad I was back then. I drank both of these. I think I was like 19 at the time. It was not legal, actually, now that I think about it, because I think the legal limit to drink is 21 now. Yeah, that wasn't legal. I'm sorry. This was outside of my grandma's hospital room when she was sick, guys. And so it just looks so peaceful. It's a parking garage at the Armour Palmer Hospital for where children are born. A lot of parents come here for that hospital. And so it's the Armour Palmer Hospital parking garage. So I took that picture. I need to sell it to them because it's really pretty. And then this, I didn't take this picture. There's no way I took this picture. There's no way. This was just someone's picture that I really liked that I put into my book. I did not take this one. I'm not going to take credit for that. That is gorgeous. I don't even know how they did that. It looks like a drawing. It doesn't even look real. This is a sunset in my neighborhood. Sunset in my neighborhood. This is a flower that was in my mom's garden. Okay. Sorry, guys, if this video is a little boring. This is the... okay, guys. So from here to Georgia, when you enter Kentucky and Ohio, there is mountains. So they cut a street in the middle of these mountains. So this is a part of the mountain. I don't know why I did it in black and white because it would have been really pretty in the color that it was. But there's hundreds and hundreds of mountains, guys. If you could ever go cross country, go through Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio, guys. It's gorgeous. All the mountains, especially when it snows, it's even more gorgeous, guys. Oh my God, I love mountains. This is our front door at nighttime. I took that picture because I used to sit outside, guys, and just cry a lot by myself. It's because when, oh my God, when was this? I used to literally just sit outside because I couldn't go anywhere. I was so fat and overweight and I was miserable. I couldn't go anywhere. So I usually would like sit outside late at night. I don't know why. I was getting bitten by mosquitoes or whatever. And I would just sit there and look up at the sky and just be like, why God, why God? And just like cry, you know, or think about like good moments or something like that. And I was still sad about my ex at the time too. So it was like, you know, whatever. And then, I would spend hours out there. Even during the day, I would spend hours out there, be hot, hot, hot. But I would just be sitting there. And I was waiting for food sometimes. So I took that one night with my iPhone. I don't know what iPhone that was. Probably the 6. This is Woody. I did not take this picture, but that would be so cool of Woody being a photographer. This was at a stoplight that I took that I need a frame. This is my favorite picture because it's a waterfall in Waterford Lakes, and then me and Jama's first time having not her first time, but having sushi with the little, what is that stuff called? Not sweet and sour, horseradish sauce right there. Oh, I do not like horseradish. And then that was the shrimp that we had for dinner that night. But we tried this restaurant for the first time. Okay, this was inside my psychologist's doctor's office. I just liked it, so I took that because my appointments were for like 7:30. This is an orange tree that was in the Florida Mall when I went to go see if I could get this job. And that's it. That's the end of my tiny little book. So when I made this book was probably like 2018, like I said. No, 2015. So I need to make a new one because it just was like something to do when my grandma was sick. But basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about is, and I think I've talked about this a little bit too. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about with you guys was, I just feel like, honestly, being completely honest with you guys, and I think I've talked about this a little bit in my life, and I know it's like kind of like a segue from, you know, what we were just talking about, happy moments, to a little like, they're not really like, I don't see it as depressing moments. I see it as a life experience. Like, I don't see it as a depressing moment. Okay, so you guys know that I've had a lot of abuse in my life, physical, mental, and other stuff that I can't say on YouTube. But for the people that are dealing with it, because I read a lot of my comments on TikTok and on YouTube and on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook, a lot of people feel like when they're in a depressed situation, or they feel like they're being abused or whatever, if it's mentally, physically, or whatever, they feel like they can't get out of it. And what I say to that is the devil telling you a lie. Listen to the good angel. So you have the bad angel and the good angel. The good angel works for God. The bad angel works for Satan. And you have yourself in the middle, okay? So what I say to people that are in domestic violence situations, right? When you're in those type of situations, you feel like there's nothing out there. You feel like you will never get out of it. You feel like you will never learn. You will feel like no one understands. But what you have to do is, and you can't even depend on your family. You can't depend on your best friend. Well, sometimes you can. Sometimes it's your best friend that wakes you up and says, "Wake the heck up! Come on," or it's your sister, or sometimes it's even your child at 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years old. That's like, "Mommy, leave. Daddy, leave." So sometimes it's like, if not for you, then for me. Like sometimes it's even the kid. But my thing to say to that, guys, because I've been in abusive relationships, I've even had families that have put their hands on me, family members that have put their hands on me. You get to a point in your life, and my aunt used to always say this to me, Matt, you're going to get to a point in your life where you're just going to have had enough, and you're going to stop, and you're going to stop eating yourself to death. And she was so right. Like, I literally got to a point where I was like, hello, like, no. I always go back to in that hospital bed, and I should have been recording, and I think I was recording, but I was so doped up at the same time. When I could not use the toilet, one, when the room was freezing cold to me, two, when I had the oxygen thing in my mouth, in my nose, and the pole right here, and having to go everywhere with it. The bed was uncomfortable. I couldn't walk outside of my room because it hurt. And I'm only 29 years old, okay? I couldn't even watch TV. That's how miserable I was. The only thing that I was doing was watching Sam and Kobe. So I owe a lot to Sam and Kobe because they got me through that hard time too. Like, they made me laugh. They made me cry. They made me encourage. Like, I owe so much to them. And one day I pray to God that I can meet them and work with them and just be like, guys, I owe my life to you. Like, seriously, like, I don't even want to get emotional about it because I understand how YouTubers can change people's lives. If you 100% support them and watch everything they do, even if it's boring or stupid or you're like, whatever, they can make you happy and they can make you sad and they can make you angry. So it's like, I owe so much to them. And one day I pray to God that I do get to meet them and work with them. Fun fact, they're actually doing something right now where they're saying, who do they want to record with and bring onto the Sam and Kobe channel and do their videos that they do. And I'm like, oh my God, if I was just big enough, I wonder if they would even like let me on their channel. But it's whatever. One day, maybe 6 years from now, who knows? But what I was talking about, guys, was like, you're going to have a moment where it's that they break your arm, bust your eye, whatever they do to you, hit your child, whatever it is, that you're like, enough. And you finally leave. But what I mean by enough is you don't leave your abuser and go back to your abuser. I did that. You're not helping the situation. Thank God I didn't have a kid personally myself because I would have never put my child in that. My ex had a kid that is still dealing with that, will deal with that the rest of his life. He's only 11 years old. And I know that he has issues with having abandonment issues. And it breaks my heart that I left him. Like, I beat myself up every single day that I did not just stay in the relationship for him. Like, just be there for him to make sure that he had a good life because, like, I didn't want him to feel like he had no one that he could depend on. But I'm so thankful for her mother because her mother is raising him and he's good. But, like, I still feel like he needs that man in his life. But, I mean, he has his uncles. But, I still feel like he's a part of me and he always will be a part of me. Angel, I love you and I miss you and I hope you know that. Hopefully I get to see you soon, sometime this year. And we could do a TikTok or you could be in a YouTube video, whatever. So guys, you have to feel it in your heart. And I feel like I've talked about this, but I want to talk about it because I feel like it means a lot to me. Like, you have to be like, I'm tired of being abused. I'm tired of being neglected. I'm tired of being stepped all over. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of being lied about. Like, I could never, ever, ever be someone to put my hands on someone that is vulnerable, someone that's weaker than me. I just never could do that. Like, even with discipline, like, I don't see myself being like, I just see me being like a fun parent. Like, like, okay, you messed up. Yeah, go stand in timeout or not even that. Like, I even think timeout is too hard. I feel like being like, okay, do you know you did something wrong? Yes, Dad, I know I did something wrong. That talking through it with him and just being like, I don't want you to do it again. I know some people are like, well, that wouldn't teach him anything. But it's like, no, that's kind of like, I mean, I had discipline in my life too. And my parents were different because my dad was Jamaican. My mom was not Jamaican. And so she wasn't like about hit. She was like more of like, work with them and talk through it. I mean, there was abuse and there was hit, but it's like later in life, it was like work through it and teach them, you learn from your mistakes and grow from your mistakes. Well, no, not even that, because I had to learn the hard way, but that's a different story for a different time. I'm just telling you guys the type of parent that like I will be, from dealing with abuse in my life to how I don't want to take what I've had in my life into my children's life. Like, I want to be a different type of parent. I want to be different about that. So what I'm trying to say is, and I know I'm like all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. Don't allow someone to victimize you. Don't allow someone to put their hand on you. Don't, like, even the first hit, like if they slap you or they grab you or they throw you down or whatever, be like, hell no, I'm not going to sit here and deal with this. No, I don't have to, and I won't. Pack up your stuff and leave. You don't have to deal with it. Even if you're in a situation where you've gave them your whole life and you have nothing. And I hate when people do that. It drives me crazy. Please don't do that. If you have an education and you've worked hard and you give up everything for your man or for your woman, honey, don't. Keep doing your career. Even if you're doing it secretly, keep doing your career. Because when they want that much of control, they're going to put their hands on you. 100%. They're going to put their hands on you. I don't like men or women who control people like that, where it's like, you need to give your career. You don't need to work no more. You need to stay home and take care of the house and take care of the kids. Nah. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. 100%. That makes me so angry when men say that or women say that. Oh, you need to just stay home and take care of the kids and cook and have my meals ready and wipe my... Nah. Get off your butt and do it yourself, please. No. I don't believe that. That's not even how I was raised, okay? I watch my dad help my mom. I watch my mom help my dad. I do not believe in that. No. Nope. And when I see it, I get mad. And I see it a lot. And I'm not going to talk about it because I see it a lot. And I just keep my mouth shut because I'm like, hey, if you're okay with that, then cool. But let them put their hands on you and it's a different story. I don't care who you are. You guys want to see Reesie Boy get angry? Oh my God, please slap someone in front of me that didn't do nothing and you could see that they're weak. Oh God, I go crazy in a heartbeat. There's no way. I'll be like, yes, Your Honor, I put my hands on that person. I don't care. You're not going to sit here and slap someone that's not even fighting back. And even then it's self-defense. So you can't get in trouble for that. It's just depending on how far you take it. But nah. That's why I said, guys, when you're in this family, you're in. When you come for someone that I care about, I go crazy. Like, I don't play those games. I don't. It's like the old Matthew put up with so much crap from people. And it's like the new Matthew is like, nah. And it don't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. I don't put up with that crap. I don't. Anybody that's married into this family, well, there's only one. I only have one sister that's married, and I've already told her, and she knows that. And I'm just like, I'm giving kill. I'm like super, super sweet. I'm super, super nice to people. But it's like when you mess with something that I care about or that I'm passionate about, that's when the bad Matthew comes out, that you're just like, oh snap, I didn't even know that person was in there. You know, like it's a different person that comes out. And I try to keep it pushed down. I left that person in Ohio, but when I met Jama, that person was like, wake back up. It was like, nah. Because in Ohio, shoot, I didn't take crap from nobody. But anyways, guys, that's enough about me. People who are being abused or bullied or neglected or anything that is like in that borderline of depression or anxiety that's in there, get out. Go get help. I did a video about anxiety and depression. There is a 1-800 hotline in there. Ask for help. There's so many organizations. There is battered women sites and homes, and there's domestic violence homes, and there's agencies to help kids that are being abused. There are agencies for elderly people being abused. There's so much to offer. And I think why abuse is so big in my life, because I've dealt with it and I know how no matter how much you go through, there's always a better outlook later in life. Like, I'm 31 years old, guys, and I've dealt with so much abuse and I'm still dealing with it mentally. But I know at the end of the day, it will get better. And that's why I don't give up, because a lot of people are like, wow, Matt, you've been through a lot. Like, even counselors that I see have been like, you've been through a lot and you're still here. And I feel like I'm not here for myself. I'm here for people. I'm here to love people, be here for people. And again, heal people and just listen to people. And like, I always go back to whatever it's inside of me that God put inside of me, that I can feel people's pain. Like I can watch a TV show, right? I always feel like I'm talking about myself. I can watch a TV show and know that person's in pain, but they're acting because they're on TV, or they're acting because they're in an interview. And it's like, sweetie, it's like, it's okay to be like, I don't know why people in Hollywood or even in this industry feel like that they have to hide their fears. Like, I don't know why they think it's so weak to be honest with the person, to be like, hey, I'm not doing good today. And I'm going to think, like, I got to think about some YouTubers that I really like, that I feel like I'm so proud of them for being like real about it. I think like Cameron Dallas is one of them, because he went through that whole thing with drugs and addiction and everything, and is trying to do a comeback. I think Sam and Kobe are one of them. They went through a lot of different stuff. Nothing like major, but I mean, they still talk about like anxiety and depression and all that stuff. I think the Dalton twins are good, dealing with like the loss of their father and trying to do like a comeback and revamp their channel. I think I haven't really seen a change in Jake Paul, and I hate saying that because I was a big fan of Jake Paul. I feel like I don't know. That's a hard one. Like, I feel like I can feel his heart. Like, I know that he's a good person and I can see it. And I think a lot of people who truly are invested in his career can see that he's a good person. But I think that Hollywood has changed him, and I think it's messed with his head. And there's other people that's done that too. Like, I even think like with Bryce Hall, I feel like Bryce Hall is a good person too, but I think that Hollywood starts to mess. And especially when you're young, when you're 21 years old, 22, 23, whatever, and they're young, I think when they get to be like my age or older, they'll start to slow down and be like, wow, let me look at what I did in my 20s. And it's fair. When you're in your 20s, you do crazy, stupid stuff. You get in trouble with the law. You experiment with drugs and alcohol and other stuff that I can't say on YouTube. You might end up with a kid. Like, stuff happens. But when you're in your 30s and your 40s and even your 50s, it can take you longer than that. You start to look back at your life and be like, wow, why did I make that mistake? Why did I do that? Why did I allow that person to use me and abuse me and hurt me in a way that I can never get over it? Like, there's stuff that you start to go back to be like, dang, why did I do that? Like, so it's like a lot of these people just need someone to listen to them. They need that one person, not someone that's in it for the money, not someone that's in it for the fame, and not someone's in it for just the ride. Like, they need that one person that will be like, hey, calm down, sit down, think about it, listen. You know, like, these people that I watch, I feel like I'm like their uncle. Like, in my head, it's all in my head. Like, I don't know these people at all, but I feel like I want to help these people, because I know in friendships that I've had in the past where I've had to be the father, I've had to be the best friend, I've had to be sometimes the parent, I've had to be like the babysitter, the nanny, the whatever, and be like, yo, wake the heck up. Like, this is not right. Like, me and Jama will get in arguments because I'll feel like a certain way and then she'll feel a certain way. And I'm just like, all right, boo, cool. You know, do you, you know, it's like, sometimes you just got to let people learn from their mistakes. And she does it with me too. She's like, with my whole food thing, she's like, okay, if that's what you love, then do it, you know? And then she's like, when you're ready, I'm here. I'll pick you back up and I'll be there for you. And I'm like the same way with her too. So it's like, when you have that friend in your life or that family member that will call you on your crap and be like, look, wake up and stop, you know, like, it's different. Because when you don't get that from like your parents, you're just like, wow, like, you're supposed to turn to your parents for every single thing. But when they put up a wall or where they treat you a certain way, it's like, okay, so you're going to turn to other people who don't have that wall up, that will actually listen to you and guide you the right way. And a lot of people that have dealt with abuse and neglect are looking for someone to guide them, are looking for someone to understand them, are looking for someone to basically, in a way, they're looking for someone to be that strong person in their life, because they've never had that strong person, especially someone that has dealt with abuse their whole life, you know, and they're in their like 40s or 50s now, and they just got out of their situation and they're just like lost. Like, I remember when I was done, I mean, I just turned 30, and I was 29 last July when I was done. And I literally cried because I was like, enough. So it's like, you're going to get to a point in your life. Basically what the moral of this story is today is basically you're going to get to a point in your life where you're going to say, enough. I'm done. I'm done letting someone put their hands on me. I'm done letting someone disrespect me. I'm done letting someone basically spit on me with the words and the way that they treat me. I'm done. Even if it's letting your child disrespect you, because even these kids nowadays are rude too. So it's like, even not letting your child disrespect you. It's like setting guidelines and being like, no, you're going to respect me because I'm your mom. You're going to respect me because I'm your dad. You're going to respect me because I'm the one who clothes you, bathes you, feeds you, and takes you to all your doctor appointments. It's like, and gets you your school supplies, and pays for your phone bill, and your Xbox, and all the other stuff that you want. Some of these kids are spoiled. They really are. And it's funny for me to say that because people say that I'm spoiled, and I'm like, where? But you just have to know, you literally have to know in your brain, up here, that you're doing the best that you can with the life that God gave you. Like if you're disabled, or you're dealing with a depression or addiction or health issues, you just got to deal with what God gave you, and you just got to be like, look, I'm trying to do the best that I can. Like me right now, I'm still struggling with my food addiction. Like I'm still struggling with like the right stuff to eat and try to stay on track. And like, I know I'm not documenting it a lot because I feel like I don't want to fail you guys and be like, wow, he really did fail us, you know. But I really haven't fallen off the wagon. Like I'm still doing good, and I'm still like not gaining weight at all. I still weigh in, I still do all this stuff, and I need to do it on camera again. But at the same time, I'm still dealing with like when I see something that I want and I'm like, you can't have that, so you need to go this route. Or like the different videos and stuff that I do, it's really stressful. And I didn't think this way last year, that when I was going to be after surgery, would I be able to keep controlling my diet and focusing on all that stuff. Like I didn't think about the stress that you're under. Like the psychologist told me that you're going to be like, why did I do this to myself? I'm mad because I can't eat the way I want to eat. But you know, actually guys, I'm happy that I can eat the way I want, because the way I ate before, I could finish a whole pizza, guys. If I want a pizza now, I can only do a little slice of a pizza, like you would give a little kid. Like that's the smallest slice I can do. Or if I want some chips or something, I can only do like 7 pieces of chips. If I want some candy, I can only do like 7 pieces of candy. Like, you know, and then I'm over here looking at the box, at the back of the box, like, okay, so it's got 0 fat, but it's got a lot of sodium and it's got a lot of sugar in it. Okay, can't have that. Put that down. You know, it's like, and I was such a soda-holic. I haven't touched a soda, guys, in almost a year, basically a year, because I started last July. So we were just past July. So a year ago, guys, okay, it's been 1 year. I can't believe that. It's like a drug addict saying I've been clean for 1 year. Me, I've been clean for 1 year. And it's funny because when I go to Jama's house, her husband drinks a lot of soda. And I'm just like, that's not good for you. But I don't want to be that health nut that like annoys people, because people can be like, well, you used to do this. Like I even try sometimes not to be like, wait, with my mom or my dad. I'm just like, do what you want to do. It's your body. When you're ready, I'm here. I'll help you. Like, you have to just let people learn from their own mistakes and grow, and don't diminish the way that they grow. And yesterday on my way home, I met this kid that works at Universal, and you wouldn't even know that he had a disability, but starting to talk to him and stuff, he was just telling me that he was artistic. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but he works at Universal. Yeah, he might just pick up trash and do different stuff and whatever, but that's a big job. He's working, I'm not working. So I was like, wow, okay. So it's like, and he's younger than me. I think he was like 18 or 19 or something, but he's been at Universal for like, since he was like 15. So it's like, he's moving, and you know, he knows how to get on the bus, pay his way, get home. He knows where he lives. Like, parents need to allow their children to, you know, get out and do stuff, you know, and don't just be isolated in a little bubble and can't breathe and can't spread their wings. Like, I'm so happy that like I'm out of that bubble and I can spread my wings and I can breathe and I can do what I want to do and I can accomplish so much. That's why, like, YouTube, I pray to God takes off. If it doesn't, then it's time to move on to the next chapter. And then just leave YouTube on the back burner and just focus on a real career. I mean, YouTube's a real career, but it's different for people who go viral overnight, or it's different for people who can do different stuff. People like me who have a disability and it's hard to do a lot of stuff, like, then it's going to take me a while. You know, like if my reading was better, guys, I'd be live 24/7 all the time. But I don't want to miss people's things, and it starts to mess with my head, you know. Or if I lived on my own, I could do a lot more challenges in the house. Or if I drove, I could do driving blogs. It's like, you know, my blogs don't do that well. I mean, some of them do, some of them don't. But I'm not, like, my money just dropped down to like $14. I had $22. I don't know why it dropped. I guess people are not watching my commercials. I don't know. But, like, that's another depression that I'm dealing with. It's like, did I choose the right career? Should I slow down? Should I, you know, do whatever? Like, Then you watch these other YouTubers that get millions of views and you're just like, that is such a dumb video. How did you get okay, whatever. But it's the young fans that keep them going. Like, my young fans, I have a few, but when you look at Y2 Studios, it says most of my viewers are between 23 to 35. That's not going to help me get to the point where I want. I mean, it might and it might not, but I don't know, guys. Comment below what I should do. How should I revamp my channel? Because I really want to revamp my channel next year. I really want to take it on a new, like I want to do challenges. Like that whole walking the wall yesterday, guys, was fun. Like I should have put up my tripod and you guys watch me walk. But I want to do a lot more stuff, guys, like that. I want to do more like skydiving, and I want to do more conquering my fears, like going to the tallest building in the world, or holding a snake, or holding a spider, or crazy jobs that I never thought I would do. You know, like that guy who has a show called Crazy Jobs, and he goes and does all the weird, nasty jobs ever. I want to do something like that. You know, I want to get guest appearances on my channel, like people who want to start YouTube but haven't started YouTube. So, but again, guys, I know I went total left to that whole conversation. But if you're dealing with abuse, guys, get out. There's no reason to stay, because at the end of the day, you'll end up dead, or you'll end up with some type of aftermath. If it's abuse, then you'll have a lot of like back problems, or leg problems, or arm problems, or ear problems, or scars, or whatever. Get out. There are hotlines, there are websites, there are people. I'm here, Jama's there. Get out. There was that person that literally, guys, I don't even want to cry, but like literally when that person told me that they watched my suicide video about depression and suicide and everything, and said that I saved their life, and this is a kid. Literally, guys, like I almost cried right there on this spot. I looked at Jama and I just said, wow, like that right there. That's the first, I don't know if that's the first person who's told me that, but right there, that like just, it didn't break my heart. It made my heart happy. It actually like healed a part of my broken heart. It like healed it back. Like slowly, like you do matter. You are making a change. Keep going. Never give up. Like it was like, it just made me feel like wow, you know? And again, guys, your words hurt people. Like there was a Nickelodeon star. I don't know if you guys know the show Henry Danger. Jason Norman. He played Henry. There was like, all my friends were sitting, like people who knew I like loved the show. I don't care if I'm a grown man watching a kid show. I watch kid shows. I don't care. I grew up watching kid shows. That's never going to change. It's not weird. It's just who I am. Everyone watches kid shows. Please, come on now. But I watched Henry Danger for like years and whatever. And I watched it from like when it first started to sneak peek from its movie to like now. So I grew up with the characters, watched the characters, whatever. So he posted this picture, whatever, his new look, shaved head, whatever, acne, whatever. And people just went in, like started attacking him and stuff. And like, you guys don't understand how you hurt people's feelings. It's like, he's young. People are young. They don't, I mean, yeah, he's famous. Yeah, he probably deals with a lot of stuff. But like, you guys wonder why people don't post for a long time on Instagram. It's because they get so much hate. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to take a break. It's like when Justin Bieber deleted his whole Instagram because he was dating that girl, Lionel Richie's daughter. And people went in on him because it was not Selena Gomez. It was like, you guys don't understand, your words hurt people. And in a way, that is bullying. That is literally bullying a person. His co-star, Cooper, what's his face, had to step up and say, look, stop attacking him. Like, you guys don't understand, when a person is already down on their self and they're depressed, and then someone attacks you more, like, you can make them spiral out of control. You know, it's not fair. It's like why a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers and Instagram stars and celebrities, a lot of them stop social media. They literally just delete it because they're like, it's so toxic, it's so depressing, it's so anxiety. I mean, a lot of YouTubers will say that. They'll say that I had to stop all social media because it was controlling my life. I mean, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? You turn over, you grab your phone, and you see what happened. You're just like this all day long. My eyes are probably messed up right now because I'm always on my phone. So it's like, when people attack anybody, like right now, Kanye West is having a mental breakdown, literally. And they're attacking him left and right. And it's like, you're not helping the situation. You're making it worse. I mean, like, literally, why do bullies not think? Like, I mean, I think they do it on purpose. They really do it on purpose. Because they're like, how can I hurt you when you're already hurting? Let me pull you down even more. And that, like, just drives me crazy. It's like, why can't we bully you when you're, even though you should do tat for tat? But it's like, dang, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I go back to my friend. I don't know if I told you guys this. he did whatever. I forget what it was. I think we were at gym or something. I don't know if I told you guys this. But anyways, we were at gym. He had a bladder problem or whatever. And he wet himself or something at the when we were in PE. The name never left him to the day that he graduated. People called him that all the way up until graduation. They still call him that as a nickname, you know. But what I liked about him was that he didn't let it bother him. He was like, well, who cares, you know. I had my nickname. People call me fat. They call me transgender. They called me, what do they call me, bisexual? There was a lot of names that they had for me. I don't even remember what it was. But then when they found out that my cousin was like the big basketball player, they slowed down. But then like other people were still calling me that who didn't care. Not that I, did anything to put that out there. People just, when you're new to the school, they hate you. They call you names. And it was a big high school. So he didn't let it affect him. And I was so proud of him. Like I told him, I was like, bro, I'm proud of you that you didn't let this affect you. He's like, I have a bladder problem. They need to understand that. And like, I remember he said something like, I don't know if it was a PE or something where he was like, yo, I have a bladder problem, guys. Like, this is what happens. Da, 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 da. I'm getting help for it, whatever. And I was just like, wow, I'm proud of you. So, but all right, guys, I know I've been rambling, guys. Go make your own little black book, guys, and send me pictures of it. I'm gonna make a better one, guys. Probably with like, if you guys want to be in my black book, send me some fan art, and I'll make a fan art one that says like a Reesie boy on it. That would be really cool, guys. If you ever want to send me any type of fan edits or anything, guys, or make me intros for my YouTube channel, go to Reesie Boy and Jama on Instagram, and I will use it as an intro. So I love you guys. Sorry for this long video, guys. I just wanted to put something out there about what's on my chest right now. I love you guys. Take care. Have an awesome day. Stay safe. And pray that my eyes get better because I'm really freaking out because I need to leave on the 2nd to go to Texas and I don't know what's happening. I hope it's just allergies, guys. But I do deal with high blood pressure, so I hope nothing is ruined in my eyes. But I love you guys. Peace. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn on my notification bell, and watch yesterday's video, guys. Love you. Peace.